Hi guys, LordUg here, and welcome to another video. And I did say I was going to get around to doing this one as soon as I could, and it is by Chvse, and it's Blackout. This is a video I've mentioned quite a lot because it was my introduction to Chvse. This is where I first heard of him. This came in my recommended, because I used to listen to a lot of different songs, and I've often said I can listen to anything, from like classical right up to rap and heavy metal and rock. I don't care. I've listened to everything over the years, so that's why I seem to have a bit of knowledge about certain things because of that. But it's only been recently where I've listened to more the rappers that kind of spend most time releasing things on YouTube. And so I did get recommendations, and I got this when it was pretty new. It came in my recommendations, and I admit I thought his name was Chvse. I'm sorry, I'm being honest. Blackout by Chvse. I thought Chvse must have been some kind of acronym for something. Didn't know what it was for, but it was like. And then I remember I read in the comments, and somebody actually put it's pronounced Chase. And the comments at that time, there weren't a huge amount of comments. This video would only had like 50,000 views or something around there. I mean, it's on 8 million now, so it shows how far back it was. Or it was. Well, I mean, I think this came out in 2019, early 2019. But I mean, when I say so far back, I mean it shows how it was near the start of the video. And luckily, I found that somebody told me, not me, but somebody said how to pronounce it, so I knew then. And I thought, oh, that makes sense, yeah, Chase, okay. I was pleased because if I'd have done a video saying, "Hey, listen to Blackout by Chvse," it would have been a lot different. So I'm pleased someone explained that. And then I watched the video, and it was like, wow, this guy, talent-wise, wow, amazing. His storytelling is so good. But I mean, it's about a sad topic, but his storytelling is so good. We're going to get into it anyway. I don't want to go any more now. I will, of course, be pausing as little as I can, and I say that, but then I don't. So we'll just go. Let's do this.
If you or someone you know is struggling with addiction, please seek help before it takes over your life entirely.
Good start to a video. It's true, and even gives you a help center number, of course, for somewhere in this area, I'm guessing, which is at least something. Yeah, addiction's a terrible thing. I haven't luckily ever been addicted. I don't think to anything. I don't think I've had an addiction, but I know people who have, and I know people close to me who have, and with this one in particular, it's taken over his life entirely. It's messed a lot of things up. It's caused a lot of trouble. It's turned him into paranoid and oversensitive. It's made it so you can't talk about anything he's done to do with his addiction. But yet he'll throw things at you from 10, 15 years ago in the past. But you can't even mention something he did, a month ago with his addiction. So it's got to that. It kind of gets to a very bad point, and it can be very destructive at the same time. Addictions are a terrible thing, but what people need to realise also is that an addiction is a mental illness. It isn't just somebody who's just trying to be a dick. It is a mental illness, and it does take over. Anyway, let's carry on.
We tend to forget that addicts can be the people we know and love. Never discredit someone because of mistakes that they've made.
It's hard not to. Where it says never discredit somebody for the mistakes that they make. It's hard not to if those mistakes are destructive in your life too. If somebody else's mistakes start to kind of be destructive in other people's lives, it's hard not to hold them accountable, because at the end of the day, they've got to realise that they are doing things that's hurting others. And you can't all keep excusing it and allowing them to hurt others. If they're not going to get help, then they're just going to keep They're just going to keep hurting people, and that there has to be a line. As much as I do feel sorry for them, there has to be a line. You can't let a person keep hurting people just because you're trying to be understanding. There has to be a line.
After all, you never know what kind of journey led them to.
This is true, and I do in a way. I do with this one kind of thing. But again, I've got all the sympathy in the world for somebody for addiction. I've been to therapy, as I said. I understand. I'm not an expert, but I understand therapy a little bit, and it's. I don't blame people for being addicted. I don't blame people for the weakness it causes, but it's like anything. If it starts hurting others and affecting other people's lives who are innocent people, it's not fair letting them become victims to let one person just keep living out their addiction. There's got to be a line where you say, okay, that's enough. And if they've got an addiction that doesn't really hurt anyone but them, then fine, that's okay. But some addictions really hurt other people, and you can't keep letting that person just go on blindly, even if them not wanting help. And if they want help, it's different. But if they're not wanting help and they just want to carry on doing their thing, you can't let them keep hurting other people to do that. It's not fair making victims just to let one person live out their addiction. It just is what it is. There's got to be a line. Already a bad start. You've got somebody selling this guy a gun.
Yeah. I was a nice kid, grew up with the family and like them. Always had some food on my plate and a place to bite in. But all of a sudden it's like a switch flipped. Hands on my head telling me I don't deserve shit. Man, I would wake up and then I perch into the mirror, pick apart the imperfections on the person who'd appear. Cause I don't love myself or the way that I looked. I was a little fat and hated all that weight on my foot.
It's a hard thing because society is so cruel these days. It's so hypocritical. It's impossible to keep up with. They'll protect someone who goes through one thing and then come down on someone who goes through the same just because that person is different in some way. There's no normal in it. It's just all hypocrisy. You look how people act. They'll protect one victim, like somebody innocent will be made a victim, and they'll protect them. And then sometimes they'll protect them by hurting somebody who's innocent and turn them into a victim. And then right now there's this kind of idea of, well, we need to just believe victims and if doing that, a few innocent people get hurt, then that's just how it works. But yet, we're protecting the reason we're protecting these people is because they were innocent and turned into victims. But we're willing to hurt other innocents and turn them into victims to get these other victims justice. It doesn't make sense. It's hypocrisy, and I think that this is the same kind of thing here. It's like, one person, they'll be like, if they see one person who's got imperfections, they'll be like, oh, don't worry, don't let it get to you. We're here for you. We love you. We think you're amazing. And then another person who's got this very similar imperfections, they'll start doing hate posts on and pulling them to pieces and saying nasty things about them. And it's such a hypocritical and awful thing. The internet can be terrible for that, and it can really get into people's heads. So you get people who look at themselves in the mirror and just they start to believe it. All these people telling them that they're this, that, and the other, they start to believe it, and it just causes depression. There's people on the internet, the faceless people on the internet, and people like that have a lot to answer for when it comes to the pain being caused over the years.
All that weight on my shoulders, every day just depressed. Every day getting older and every day feeling less. My homie's like, I can tell you got some shit on your chest. My mama drinks a little bit and said it eases the stress. And I'm like, we walked to his crib and we stole the bottle. I started feeling nervous but drank it then fell hollow. He dabbed me up and said, my mom's about to be back, but there's some more inside the liquor cabinet we could drink tomorrow.
It's a weird thing, trying to drink away a problem, drink away an not an addiction, because you're interdicted at this stage, but it's hard to drink away your problems because you're just creating a new problem. You might drink yourself to the point of oblivion so that you're not suffering from your original problem, but the problem is now you're in an oblivion of drink, and that becomes its own problem. It's a vicious circle that people get into, and you're replacing one demon for another, and it never works out any better.
I'm like, yeah, homie, don't worry, it's cool. I gotta go to bed early, so I wake up for school. But after that, we gonna dabble in the greatness of booze. Then boom, I blacked out, I didn't wake up till noon. I thought I'm ringing the bell, my mom's ringing myself. She's pissed off cause she heard that I've been drinking myself. But she don't understand that deep inside I'm drinking for help. I said, fuck it, I'm leaving, I don't need you to yell. I packed my...
That can be the kind of problem that parents have and the children. The children don't realise, and I think you understand this as you get older, your children don't realise that the adults have been there. They've either been through some kind of addiction or some kind of problem that's hurt others or whatever, or they know somebody who have, and they've lived it already, and they're just trying to pass on that knowledge to you. I think the problem is it's the delivery. Sometimes parents, because they're so worried, they can come across a little bit too overbearing, and so they deliver the message with too much force, and the young person who's listening isn't in a place to accept that kind of approach. So what they tend to do is they tend to rebel and come back and be like, oh, you're just trying to spoil my fun, you're just trying to get my way, leave me alone, go away, I'm leaving, and all this. And I think there has to be, a lot of it comes down to understanding that the older generation have been through it, but they need to learn a better way to approach telling you about it, rather than just getting in your face and saying, you shouldn't do this is stupid, you'll be stupid doing it. You know what I mean? It's like you've got to have a different approach, but the heart's in the right place, and they're just trying to do it because they love. Like his mum there, she would do it because she loves him deeply. It's her son. You know what I mean? So what you're going to do? Of course, she's going to want the best for him, but if you look there, she's being antagonistic, and you can understand why. She's worried. She loves him. She don't want to see him doing this to himself. She's seen people who's done it, or she's done it, whatever, and she's just trying to tell him, but she's telling him in too much of an antagonistic way, and that just pushes him away. And what does it push him into? It pushes him deeper into addictions and doing other things, and it's just downward spiral.
And the deep inside I'm drinking for help. I said fuck it, I'm leaving, I don't need you to yell. I packed my bags up and crashed with a couple of friends. Couple months have went by, still the buzzing bone end. I think I'm more sad now than I ever have been.
See, because he started to realise again that you don't realise it, but your parents are a bedrock. They're there, they're a stable factor, a foundation to build on, to build your life on, because they're there, they'll support you, they're there to be strong for you and help you get where you get to, because they love you. And I don't think he realised that when he left, it was going to put him in a place where, even though in his mind they were being overbearing and awful, and he walked away, it's that now you've lost that as well. You've lost that support structure as well, and that can be jarring. And obviously he's feeling it even worse. Up to.
Months have went by, still the buzzing bone end. I think I'm more sad now than I ever have been. I need some stronger medication, so I called up a friend. I said, listen, homie, all that drinking shit ain't working, man. Give me something else. He like, chill, I got the Percocets. I'm getting more tomorrow. If you like it, you could buy the next. I said, deal. Met in person and I tried this shit. Within the hour, I'm loving the new thrill. Hit my friend back and said, could you cut me a new deal? I need all of the blue pills, the shit is just too ill. I'm confused cause his mood was prudent and too thrilled.
See, this is another thing. For one, he's now gone from he was depressed. It covered depression with alcohol, but like anything, your body gets used to it. Your body gets used to the reaction it gives. And once you get used to it, it dulls the reaction you have. So now you need a new reaction. It's not that the drink affects you any less, really. You still get drunk, but it's just the actual feeling of it doesn't thrill you anymore. So he turns something else, and he replaces one drug for another. And now he's looking at tablets and things to give him a high. And of course, like the alcohol, to start with, It'll give him all the high he wants. It'll take him away from his pain. It'll make him forget, and he'll feel great. But there'll be a time when the effect stops having the effect. And once that calms down, what do? you look for a new high, a new something else to cover up everything. Because now the drinking ain't doing it for you, and now these particular drugs aren't doing it for you, you're going to want something else. And it just, like I said, it's a downward spiral. And then one day it gets to a point where nothing is taking it away. And at that point in time, what do?
He was happy.
And of course, you do get this as well, where there'll be friends in your life who are opportunistic, where they can see a chance to make money. I mean, though, he obviously sells to other people. That's why he can get these tablets and that. So he obviously is a dealer. And the thing about a dealer is they'll have you round them, but you are there as a walking wallet to them. You are something where they get money, and it becomes business. Man, it's always been business. People who sell these kind of things, everything's business. It's about selling the next batch and making money. I've known people who should have got too close to that kind of thing, and they've been burned. They thought, oh, this person's my friend. Nah, it's not. It's about money and business. Trust me. You need to stay away from that kind of thing. It's not a better life, and it never will be.
That I've been struggling lots, because he knew that in the end, then it could double his guap.
Yeah, because he's happy that you're struggling. Because the more you struggle, the more you buy off him. And eventually, the stronger the stuff you'll buy off him, because it's going to get to the point where this stuff he's having now won't be good enough, and he'll want more. And then he'll probably say, yeah, I can get you stronger stuff. And, and let him sink deeper.
When my struggle would begin, then the struggle would stop. But I still bought a Levis product when we linked to the spot. So fast forward a few weeks, I'm addicted to drugs. Somehow my mama found out and pulled me back from the thugs. Moved me back.
See, this is what I was saying. Your parents love you. Been through all this. They've been through your drinking. You're now addicted to drugs and everything. But what do? Straight away, they bring you back into the fold, and they're there for you. That is an unconditional love. That's a love that no one but a parent will give you, ever. Or no one but somebody who's close family will give you, ever. Okay? They give you this love because it's in the very soul of them, in the very depths of them. And you can't replace that. I don't care what you say. You cannot replace that kind of love. It's unconditional. You're looking for that unconditional love. That if you're looking for that because you don't love yourself, then look at your parents, because it'll be, well, not all parents unfortunately love the kids. Some parents are very cruel, but those that in a normal family way, if you want that support, nobody's going to give it you like your parents can or will.
Back into a crib and tried to show me a love, but I was numb and only interested in getting a buzz, and it's fucked up, cause she was only trying to be nice. I didn't listen, shit, I left and I stayed out for the night.
See, and it happened again. She found found drugs. Straight away, the delivery. She came too aggressive. He's just hugged his father. He's just, get a hug, get hello to his sister and all this kind of thing, and then straight away mother comes out with drugs and gets in his face, and it's like, again, she's doing it because she loves him and she wants him to stop, but the approach is too aggressive.
Cause she was only trying to be nice. I didn't listen, shit, I left and I stayed out for the night. Man, I went clubbing with my homies that were down for the lines, then went home the next day to make a mountain of thighs.
See, your homies don't care, these friends don't care, because they do it recreationally. They're not like you. They're not hardcore addicted. They'll do it like, oh, we're going out today. Oh, let's go out tonight. Let's, take a few things, enhance the night, things like that. But they're not addicted like you are. I know some are, but it's like they may not be. So that's why they don't look like they're having a bad life, because they haven't got that low. So, but they'll suddenly go, yeah, you can have a few. Yeah, you can have a few. And it just makes it like you feel they care more, because they're feeding your addiction. Your parents aren't feeding your addiction. They're just giving you love. What's that? Who cares about that? That's how you feel. But your friends are feeding your addiction. And to you, your addiction's everything. Well, to your addiction's everything, I should say. So if somebody feeds that, they're a great person.
Shit, I woke up around 3, heard a knock at the door. Then these voices started talking shit, I heard them before. I couldn't put my finger on it, so I had to explore. But on the table was the bottle that I left in my drawer. Shit, my mom found it, turned around to see the family. They all looking down at me, and they ain't looking happily. This when I realized what the fuck this is. Y'all are here to try to take away my substances.
See, even now, even though his family's there, they love him, they want the best for him, they care about him, he still sees it as you're trying to attack my addiction. And the addiction is trying to defend itself. How dare you attack the addiction? The addiction must go on because that's the only thing that helps me to cope with everything that's in my life. It's crazy.
When I realized what the fuck this is. Y'all are here to try to take away my substances. My mom reached forward, then grabbed the bottle off the countertop. She looked at me and said, Chase, this has to stop. I lashed out and said it stops when I decided, well, I grabbed the bottle from her hand, do not deny the pills. Then I ran up to my room, grabbed the gun that I had hidden and a couple of blues. Crushed the tablets on the table, hit a couple of snooze. Then put the clip inside the gun, load it back and then...
That's harsh. That's harsh. And the problem is, in his mind, what did he have left? You know, to him, his parents were turning against him. They weren't. They loved him unconditionally. They wanted him better. But to his addiction, they were the enemy. They were the enemy that were trying to get rid of the addiction. They were trying to attack the addiction. And an addiction can hold on very tightly, and it skews everything. You don't know who are friends, who are on your side, who love you, who don't. It gets messed up. You'll see somebody who will supply you with your pills as your best friend. Why? Because they're feeding the addiction. Then you'll see someone who's a family who loves you unconditionally as an enemy. Why? Because they fight your addiction. It's all about the addiction. And when it gets to a point where you start to think, what is left? And then, unfortunately, people, well, they resort to things like this.
On the table, hit a couple of snooze. Then put the clip inside the gun, load it back and then... I see my family walking up to me. I wish that I could say I'm sorry for this fuckery. I never meant to hurt you, but I was hurt and had to fucking leave. It's almost like they heard me fucking singing cause they hugging me. Oh mama, you can't shake me awake. Stop trying, I'm gone, let it enter your brain. Your heart's gonna break at every fucking thought on my face. But let you learn from my lessons so you don't make the mistake. Just tell my story and let them know that I'm sorry. I used to love the thought of death, but now the reaper's upon me. And shit, I'm scared. Save me, mom, I'm passing away. I wish I didn't put that bullet through the back of my brain.
I didn't want to interrupt that last part because it's very heavy and I think it needed to be seen as a whole piece. It's amazing the clarity you get. And I don't know, I've never tried to end things, but I would say that the clarity you get when you realise things are done, it's too late then, but you find your clarity. Suddenly, in that second of understanding, if you have more than a second left, you'll realise that the drug dealer was an enemy, that your family and friends, the ones that love you, were the ones, were your friends all along, your allies all along. But it's too late at that point. Too late. And it's a shame it has to get to that point. And all this started because of somebody feeling down, looking down on themselves and not feeling worthy of being anything. And all this started from that and ended the way it did. It's such a shame. Such a shame. So, that was my... That's a great video. The storytelling is amazing. And that's why I got to know Chase from watching that video. And it was like, I got to know Chase's videos. I should say not know Chase, but know Chase's videos. And his storytelling is incredible. Really incredible. And on point. It was very real. Anyway, I am going to leave it there. The original video, link will be in the description. If you wish to see it without my voice going over the top of it, totally would suggest you watch it. It's amazing. And just click the link in the description and it'll take you there. But for now, if you enjoyed this, then please give it a like. If you've got anything you'd like to add that you feel I've missed, or you want to disagree with anything, or agree with anything I said, then again, that's what the comments are for. You can use them. That's great. I did say if I like this video, click like, didn't I? I don't know. I can't remember if I said it, but I've just said it again. So if I did say it once, then I'm sorry for saying it twice. If I didn't say it once, then there you go. I've just said it. Covering myself. What can I say? Also, don't forget the subscribe button. You can, click that. And the bell. There's a bell. And yeah. Anyway, that's it. I'm going to leave it to that. So thanks for watching, guys. Love you always. And remember, I will see you next time. So if you've got any other videos you want me to react to, then you can put in the comments. Or again, you can send me an email. The contact details are in the description. That's my email and my Twitter if you wish to join my Twitter. Woohoo! I do post on there sometimes. Okay? I'm not great, but sometimes I do. So, you can join that if you wish. But otherwise, send me an email or do a comment if you want other things, me to react to other things. And I will see you next time. So I love you all. You take really good care. And goodbye for now, my friends.